Hey, this is Huckleberry, and you're listening to the Unbelievers podcast.
There were several groups. One of the principal ones was the reptilians from the Orion complex.
Without any exaggeration, it was like being on fire inside.
Rats were eating you up inside.
This stuff was in my mouth. It felt like it was 500 pounds. It was unbelievably hot.
My first question would be, were you a member of the Church of Satan, a card-carrying member of the Church of Satan?
I don't understand.
There's always an argument for everything, you know? Just because somebody can fake something doesn't necessarily mean it's
war, and we found a life form. And that's when I started shitting my pants.
So for the person who called, I am carrying an alien.
An alien baby, we cover it right here, okay?
Okay.
Something is happening. What is it? That's the question. So do UFOs exist? It depends on what you mean exist.
Appalachia, a region of the eastern United States known for its isolated population, abundant natural resources, idyllic natural beauty, and monsters. Tonight, the Unbelievers podcast returns to the mysterious hills of Kentucky and West Virginia, the wilderness lair of beings such as the Dogman, Granny Witches, Pigman, and of course, the legendary Squatch. But not the Squatch you're thinking of. So, join us now as we discuss another up-and-coming cryptid, terrifying the local populace, dude bro hunters, and basic cable icons. It's time now for the Sheepsquatch. Right here on the program, we continue to learn to unlearn everything you know! Hello and welcome to the Unbelievers podcast. I'm your host, Rus Ryan, and joining me as always is my co-host, Drea Mora. Hello, Drea.
Hello, Rus Ryan.
And our soundboard engineer and producer, Rob Okey.
Oh, nice.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Mike?
Wow.
What's up, MJ?
Boy, best $8.99 we ever spent right there. Just to get that. And thanks for reminding me. We have to cancel that soon. We got to pull all that stuff. So yeah.
Let's get the hell out of there, please.
Yeah, we are. Speaking of getting the hell out of there, that's what we're doing tonight. We are back talking. It's hard to believe there are more cryptids out there that we or the Unbelievable podcast haven't talked about. We're getting into another weird cryptid. It never ends with these guys.
No, they're a bunch of sneaky fucks. It's like they're just coming up with more. See, that's also a conspiracy theory rolled up into cryptids. Is like they have secret meetings and they're inventing new ones all the time.
That's the thing about cryptozoology, is it never ends. There's always new cryptids coming out all the time.
Honestly, it kind of cheers me up when it's something to look forward to.
I know.
We should also, I know I sent you guys the link. We should all get certified in cryptozoology.
Dude, that thing's expensive.
Yeah, but
it was like, what, $150 to get a degree in cryptozoology?
Hey, look, I got a line on...
Can I get a scholarship?
I have a line on getting Lauren Coleman on anyway. I think just talking to him for an hour, we're good. So maybe we can get him on and maybe we can talk about what we're going to talk about tonight. So let's get into it because we are talking about another weird squatch. Not that squatch. It's Sheepsquatch.
There are all kinds of very clever little animals that the scientific community has not yet discovered, but some people out in the woods have discovered. And the scientific community keeps its nose high up in the air and will not acknowledge these other critters and creatures because they say, we are scientists, and if we don't say it's true, it can't be true. Well, I am proudly a cryptozoologist.
Yes, you tell him Paranormal Song Warrior. Paranormal Song Warrior with cryptozoology is a real thing. Or it's something like that. Great song from our boy, yeah.
Fighting the good fight.
I had no idea what that was. I thought it was a Stain song or something. In the beginning. I was like, this is so somber.
Been a while. Yeah. He changed modes there. He shifted gears a little bit with his songwriting, his creative endeavors.
He's a paranormal song warrior. He's got a lot of upbeat stuff, but when he wants to be serious, he gets real serious. And that's what we're going to do right now. Because tonight, we'll be discussing a very interesting and mysterious cryptid, the Sheepsquatch, also known as the White Thing, is a woolly-haired cryptid reported across numerous counties in West Virginia, predominantly within the southwestern region of the state. And this is another one of these underrepresented monsters in cryptid lore, you know, like kind of like the lines of Pigman or Goatman and Mantis Man. But this is a Squatch. Men. He's not a man.
Not a,
so he has that going.
Man.
Well, he's not sheep man. He has the Squatch thing. So he's, I don't know, third tier, fourth tier cryptid. So
yeah, I was gonna say he's backup. He's part of the backup squad for sure. You don't hear about Sheepsquatch normally when they
he's the
do the rundown.
The
let's just say he's not in Monster Squad. Okay, he's not one of the main guys.
He'll get there. But while I was looking into this particular unknown terror, I found that there is really not a lot of information out there about this guy. But thankfully, some of our favorite 100% documentary television shows, they help to shed some light on what's really going on, man, with Sheepsquatch. The first of which is, I know I've hailed this as my favorite show, is, of course, Monsters and Mysteries in America, who took this subject of Sheepsquatch or White Thing very, very seriously. So serious that is the first segment in its first ever episode. So this has to be a great story, right?
Yeah, it must be. Burning a hole in their pocket.
They hit the ground running on this show.
Yeah, we're going to witness it now. This is the elevator pitch, the pilot, whatever. Sheepsquatch is leading the pack. So let's find out now from the always overly scary Monsters and Mysteries in America.
Along much of the eastern U.S. are the dark inland forests of Appalachia. On its western edge within Breckinridge County, Kentucky, the hills are thick with rumors about a bizarre mutant beast, a crossover between mutton and man, a giant sheep that's gone savage.
Yes, this Appalachian part of the country has been seen a lot. I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't seen it. It was huge. It was huge.
They've got woolly hair. It's usually white or dirty white, huge jaws and fangs, and a tail that usually has no fur on it.
All right, this is a good start, and I love that cross between mutton and man. Man, they really went for the writing in this one.
Yeah, and those thick hills.
Yeah, and that great description. She got so close. She said white, dirty white. Oh, almost said dirty gray. It was close.
So close, man. Nothing's going to quite come as close to that, but it gets us excited. It keeps us going.
You know, a dirty gray turned into yellow. Mm-hmm.
There it is.
There he is. Wait, thanks, Tim. But like every mythical and unbelievable beast, Sheepsquatch has a lot of myth, legend, and folklore surrounding him.
The legend may have started long ago. Sheep herders immigrating to Appalachia from Britain, bringing stories of demons wearing sheep hides and horns. But to this very day, the belief remains in force.
Sheepsquatch is predominantly in the woods. I feel like that it has been very good at eluding. It's had to be. It does know that we're looking. And I think it just wants to be left alone.
Okay, maybe not as much folklore. That's kind of a weak-ass backstory. Like, yeah, I don't know, a guy said something about a guy in the skin, and we believe
That's all
it
it
now.
takes. That's all it takes, Russ, to start a folklore, is one folk telling a lore.
Yeah, and that's why he's like a third or fourth tier cryptid. I'm going to hold out hope, though. And I did like what you said. He's predominantly in the woods. Sometimes not.
Sometimes not. Sometimes he's found in a classroom.
Where else would he be? Because
I don't know. The sewers.
Probably found in fields with other sheep. No, I don't think
but sometimes
so.
Not.
He's probably mostly found in the woods, this guy.
Yeah, and she has to reiterate that he's not very outgoing, that he doesn't want to be known. It's like, yeah, he's this hidden monster. We know.
No shit.
Yeah,
if he was very social, we'd have seen him and we'd have met him, invited him to our parties.
I think most people probably haven't heard of him, so he's done a really good job at being eluded. You know?
Exactly. I hadn't heard of him.
Well, he's pretty big in the area, in Appalachia and all those areas. And
yeah, I mean, shit. I haven't heard about him at all. Like, well, then again, you know, everyone's been staying inside. I'm not really getting out and talking to people.
There's some isolated people there. They don't want people knowing about them.
They like to be kind of like a secret.
They like to be kind of like a secret.
But a lot of these types of shows, they'll have experts, authors, investigators, Lyle Blackburns on to,
You're going to talk about sightings, but nope, not for Sheepsquatch, though. This story they tell is about two just kick-ass dudes that we are going to meet now.
Some claim to have caught a glimpse. And recently, two adventurous Breckenridge boys, Ricky Joyce and Dakota Cheeks, had a showdown with a Sheepsquatch. They'll never forget it.
Well, when I tell most people I've seen it, they just tell me I'm crazy, I'm a crackpot. But there are a few people that believe in it. Mainly the people that live around here are the ones that don't call me crazy. It didn't matter what anybody thought about us. You know, we knew without a shadow of a doubt what we saw.
Yeah, these dudes, man, they're pretty metal and a little bit country.
Yeah, do you hear that? The way it segued at the end into that. Well, I don't know what kind of music that was.
Sprinkle a little in. But these guys do have the great names, Ricky Joyce and Dakota Cheeks.
Yes.
Dakota Cheeks, the Breckenridge Boys.
These are the Breckenridge.
That's Mr. Cheeks to you.
It's a great band name, the Breckenridge Boys. Dakota Cheeks.
Yeah, it probably
leader.
sounds like that metal, weird folk guitar mashup at the end.
Yeah, and these guys are great. Ricky and Dakota Cheeks, they are just the best of friends. They have a bond of trust, which goes stronger and stronger as time goes on. These guys are total bros, and this bond would be tested, though, on a warm summer weekend in 2004, when they ventured deep into the woods of Kentucky for a deer hunting trip at Ricky's grandparents' camp. Everything seemed normal until they woke up after their first night there.
But the first morning, something's wrong with one of Ricky's dogs.
And we called for her and she just didn't come. When we noticed that the dog was laying in the ditch, and we walked over, and that's when we found her. It appeared that something had twisted its head almost completely around. It was quite a sight.
God damn it, why is it always the dogs in this story, man?
Because the dogs are like, they're helping us and they're defending, so they're in the front lines. So they always get hit first. It's not fair.
Yeah. If freezer aliens and cryptids are always trying to take out the dog, yes.
Lucy the dog.
Yeah, when we were watching this, I distinctly remember when they said the dog's name was Lily. Once they gave the dog a name, I was like, "This is we're heading down a
this dog
bad
is
road
die.
Here. This dog's life is definitely
get us
going
to care,
end
get us
soon. Poor
invested
Lily.
in this dog." And yeah, Brian would not be happy about this.
Yeah, Brian would be.
He
pissed.
told us about a lot of TED Talks himself and TED Talks and business. But this is horrific. But what the hell was this?
There's no animal up here that can grab an animal by its chin and the back of its head and twist it. You know, no coyote can do it. There's no bear, as far as I know, up here. It became very apparent that we had to find out, you know, what happened, what got her, and why.
Yeah, it's none of those things. It's not a bear. It can't be, I don't know, a clever raccoon. Nothing did this.
A clever raccoon.
That they could figure out.
I didn't notice the first time, but he just said he doesn't know if there's bear there. So
I think he meant more like, he's like, I don't know that there's any bear there that could do something. You know, like,
I think he says he knows there's bear, but yeah, he's like, well, I don't know if maybe there's like a super bear we're not aware of. If there is, we got to go get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that kind of don't know, but
I guess it's the way you phrased it a little bit. Made me think that maybe he just
for the most part,
didn't do any research.
This guy has no idea where the fuck he lives.
No.
No, and then I think too, like bears are usually pretty shy. It kind of takes some provocation to get them to attack, and I don't see them going after a dog, and certainly not twisting its head around.
Well,
Ricky
eat
and
it,
Dakota
right?
Cheeks. Dakota Cheeks, man, these guys are young bro hunter dudes. They know what they're doing up there. They
Bro
probably seen a
hunters.
lot.
Dakota Cheeks.
Hunting bros in the wild.
I forgot. This is Dakota we're talking about here.
It's Mr. Cheeks. Like, give him some respect. Put some
but the folks in this area, they have a good idea of what might have attacked poor Lily the dog.
I heard it was half man and half sheep.
If you just look at the fact that it has claws, it has horns. Look at the sheer size. You know, it could potentially really be a very dangerous thing.
Yeah, the white thing.
Just thing. That's what we should call all cryptids from now on.
Half human, half like fucking ugly motherfuckers.
Yeah, we got a lot of half things. Play soundboard 1 because we got another half something to add.
I heard it was half man and half sheep.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
that
half mutton, half man.
part human, part chicken. We got a lot of combination clips going on lately, but so the boys search for answers like true badasses of the woods do on four-wheelers. And listen, Lily was an 150-pound dog, so whatever did this is extremely dangerous. They search the mountain and they find nothing. So they head back to their camper, where things get even scarier.
5 a.m. in the morning, the dogs start barking and they take off running down the hill. Well, me and Ricky sit there and a little hesitant to go outside because, the other dogs are now gone.
The camper that seemed a safe haven was suddenly under attack.
Something actually ran into the trailer. Kind of scared the crap out of me.
It literally sounded like all hell was breaking loose. It's almost like you can hear something pressing up against the side, and you can kind of hear the tin start to bend. And then it was just free fall. It was like it let go, and then we hit. I was terrified.
So yeah, these guys, man, Sheepsquatch messed up their camper.
That is fucking scary. That would scare the shit out of me. It's one thing to hear scratches or knocks on the thing, but something lifting it up and dropping you, Christ.
Yeah, threw the whole thing over. It's like one of those soft top pop-up camper things. I mean, it's not one of those, it's not a huge solid thing. But
it's not like an RV.
Pick up your car and flip it over.
Oh, no.
Classic.
Yeah, that was Sheepsquatch who said that. You didn't know that?
Could have been. But one thing I was wondering, they didn't show any damage pics, though. I mean, I don't remember that segment, maybe, the whole physical evidence part. Maybe it was oversight on the producers. Look, this is the first episode of Monsters and Mysteries America. They're learning. Maybe they just forgot to ask them for proof that their, nice camper got all messed up.
Yeah, I mean, if that happened to me, for sure, I would be taking pictures. But maybe it was one of those things where there wasn't any visible damage, but they know what they felt.
It was 2004, too. They were maybe they have a Polaroid.
At least give us a reenactment or at least some drawings or something.
I love drawings.
I think the budget for episode 1 didn't call for the trashing of a camper.
The budget didn't call for crayons?
Well, they needed that camper for probably some upcoming segments. You could use the camper in a lot of cryptid recreation. So why destroy it in your first one?
I just borrow the camera, guys. Somebody on that staff has to have a camper. Just use theirs.
Yeah. But these guys, these hunters, these bro hunters, Dakota Cheeks and friends, these hunters, they are now the hunted. But Dakota Cheeks has some strong words for this dog-killing Sheepsquatch.
Anything that aggressive doesn't deserve to be here. If it can't coexist, needs to go.
Whoa, dude, these bros are not effing around this thing. It's almost like everything dies. If you can't coexist, you die.
You gotta go.
Yeah, it's weird. If he's got a coexist bumper sticker on his car, he's not your normal coexist guy.
This is not the sentiment that they were getting across with that bumper sticker. Is that you eradicate everything?
Yeah, no.
It kind of had the tone of an elementary school principal or a teacher saying look, if you can't get along with everybody, you're going to have to be homeschooled forever.
Yeah.
It's a good sentiment.
But I don't know, not for these guys. But these guys, they're not going to back down, and they vow to avenge this dog death the only way they know how, with guns and four-wheelers. And they even get the support of Dakota Cheeks' aunt.
With guns loaded, Ricky and Dakota head back into the woods. They crossed through a cemetery and entered an open field.
Your mind is telling you, 1,000 times, don't let him go. But ultimately, you begin to share his passion of, get it. Just be really careful, but get it.
Oh, I love her.
Get it.
That's the Auntie Cheeks right there. Play soundboards 2 and 3. I don't know. I liked her.
Get it.
Yeah, you tell him, Auntie.
That's kind of saucy there, too.
But if you can get it, but
just be really careful, but get it.
Get it.
Just be really careful.
Kill that thing.
Okay.
Find that giant monster. Be careful. Be really careful.
Carefully.
Guns, four-wheelers, but get it. So the bros go out and they do find their target, this Sheepsquatch, which at first they thought was a tree, but It turns out it wasn't. It was actually the Sheepsquatch, the white thing, standing over 9 feet tall.
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
this happened.
When it noticed us, it let out this just ungodly, gut-curling growl. It came straight at us.
And we were shooting. I don't know that we hit anything, but I remember coming back to the house as fast as we could.
We saw Sheepsquatch. That's what we saw.
Yeah, they saw it, they shot, they ran, they even left the four-wheels. I don't know why they didn't jump back on the things. You remember that? They didn't even jump back on the four-wheelers, just ran.
Yeah, what's the max MPH on those things? How fast can you go? Can you outrun a Sheepsquatch?
I have no idea.
I mean,
probably faster than you could run on foot. So yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah,
he's fast. He's really fast, though, Sheepsquatch.
Yeah. Well, they panicked, I guess. To leave behind a thing that's going to go faster than your own 2 feet can carry you.
Well, they shot at him, so he probably went one way, they went the other way. Like, I think...
Dude, yeah, you'd like to think so. It doesn't really happen when we're playing Goatman or Bigfoot. That thing doesn't give a shit.
Oh, yeah. If it's anything like the video games, it's
man.
It's hell.
As you heard they're recreating the sounds. Why doesn't it make sheep sounds? I thought that would Sheepsquatch. That would be
as it's running after you. Just
that would be even scarier if it was buying at you.
But that would be less scary. It'd be scarier if it was deep guttural growls than bah.
It would be creepier. Imagine if it was just like it was a bah, but then like a laugh with it. It was like bah.
All right, I don't want to think about it. Now you're making it.
It'd be even funnier, like if Goatman made the goat sounds, like those screaming goats.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Every animal named Squatch or Man has their own specific animal scream, but I guess he didn't need it because this encounter, this really affected Dakota Cheeks and the entire Cheeks family. Here are some final words from Dakota Cheeks.
Once you see what's just beyond the light is when you realize that all your innocence is gone.
It made me believe in the unbelievable. I didn't believe in myths. I didn't believe in wise tales, none of that, until I seen that. And after that, it changed my life forever. I mean, there's things out there and we don't know what they are.
It's tragic. This is innocence lost. This poor guy, Dakota Cheeks, having this experience. And of course...
Innocence? How old is he?
I don't know. He's like in his early 20s, but it's a different place, different time. But Play Soundboard 4, finally someone said it.
It made me believe in the unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's beginning to unlearn.
I like that. I give these dude bros a lot of credit for going into this Sheepsquatch infested woods in the dead of night. But sometimes investigations like this are best left to the professionals. And by professionals, I of course mean...
One team of native West Virginian sons seeks the truth.
Heading to my old stomping grounds in Boone County, West Virginia. This is going to be fun. I love Boone County, West Virginia.
Trapper, there's some rough-ass people in Boone County.
Oh, yeah. We're going after the Sheepsquatch.
Oh, yeah.
All right. This is a big, dangerous, crazy creature, and I'm telling you.
Unknown.
Is he in the Sasquatch family? No.
Yeah, no, Buck, you ignorant buffoon. No, I mean, it's the mountain monsters. We're back. We're heading to Boone County. They're going to find the white thing. Isn't it great to hear them again?
Buck, of course. Oh my God, it's. I missed them a lot.
I'm a wet huckleberry.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Hell yeah! We got to hear a little
excited.
Huckleberry in there. He's a little worried. He knows some rough characters in this Boone County area around this Sheepsquatch, and I'm not sure. I think this is our first time revisiting the Ames teams of mountain monsters since the passing of their team leader, John Trapper Tice, last December. So this one's for you, Trapper. This is our little tribute. Here's Trapper giving the best description I have ever heard of the Sheepsquatch.
Is he in the Sasquatch family? No. He's a blend of many creatures. Yes, exactly. He has wool like a sheep. He has bighorn sheep horns, wild boar type teeth. He has hind feet like a deer or an elk. And he has a possum tail. This is a big, dangerous Sheepsquatch son of a bitch. You're going to love this, Jeff. He's bipedal
He goes on 2 feet, Trapper, and he'll go down on 4. He's rubbing off on you.
Yeah, did I get it, guys? Did I get it?
What the hell was that? Was that some kind of bisexual joke?
I don't get it. La la la.
I'm so confused. What the hell was that?
Yeah, I guess so is Jeff.
I think Jeff, the researcher's bi. I mean, that would be cool. It is Pride Month, so it's topical. But
oh yeah, very very current.
I don't understand that.
It said like he said he stands on 2 feet but goes down on 4. Holy crap! Like this seems very
Did that really just happen?
Laden with innuendo.
Really just
It's a Brokeback Mountain monster. So Trapper, he may be great at describing things. I did love his description. He's saying this thing's got like a possum tail and ram horns, and it walks. It's bipedal. Jeff, wink, wink, nudge,
literally,
nudge.
it sounds like God was drunk when he designed this thing. He was just like, like throw a possum tail on there too.
He's like, and then he's like, no, I didn't say possum tail. I said awesome tail. God, this thing looks stupid.
Oh, jeez,
God.
So weirdest creature ever.
Yeah, the drawing of it was like it took us a while to even figure out if it had a tail or not. We had to hear them say and verify that it does.
Oh, they
have
verify.
a tail.
Yeah, that's why I said this is the best description you're going to hear. Those people in Mountain Mysteries America, the aunt of Cheeks guy,
Auntie Cheeks,
not so good. Yeah, Auntie Cheeks not so great. His is the best. R.I.P. We all know Trapper, that guy. He's great at descriptions, but Jeff is the undisputed king of finding things that are
just like they described in the folklore.
Yes. And in his Sheepsquatch lore game, it is on point.
They first spotted him in the mid-1800s, and he was terrorizing the coal miners. You know, it's a big coal community. Well, about 1890, these coal miners, when they came in, they were cutting some of the big timber out in order to do their mining.
So actually, he could have existed for years or decades before the 1890s, but he had never been disturbed.
Right.
What you got going on here, more technology. Trail cameras, videos. It's not they've had more sightings. They're just getting more concrete evidence.
This Sheepsquatch will actually challenge us.
Yes.
Yes, of course. And you can see researcher Jeff. He's got a lot more research than the Mountain Mysteries in America, where they're just like, I don't know, some French guy said something. Jeff actually, he's like, those coal miners, and they came out, and he's been around since a long time, and we got trail cameras. He's really on it.
And he's got really good points there, too, about it's not that there's more sightings now, there's just more evidence now, which is kind of what people say about UFOs and a lot of stuff. It's like, people could have been seeing this at all these times, but now we have the technology to capture it.
I like how they refer to him as a him. As if there's just one,
right?
And he's just really old, and he's been hiding. But now we got cameras and stuff, so now we can find him. But if he's a crypto, there's got to be more of him. There's got to be multiple Sheepsquatches,
What if it is super? I mean, lobsters they say can live forever? They just die because they can't grow past their shell or something like that.
What is that true?
Yeah, something like that.
Let's do an episode about lobsters. That's crazy.
The immortal lobster.
Wow. But maybe he has to grow beyond his horns. Yeah, so we got to practice saying it. I think Trapper R.I.P. should have practiced saying play soundboard 5 because he has a little trouble saying this creature's name.
Sheepsquatch.
Sheepsquatch.
A Sheepsquatch?
Sheepsquatch sells sheep scars as a lobster. I don't know. He had a little trouble with it.
I mean,
so
in his favor, he's had a lot to drink, so it's tough to say certain words.
Driving. He's not drinking. He's the one driving. Right?
That's really nice that you give him the benefit of the doubt out there, but you never know.
Yeah.
I think I have a hard time with certain words, and then I'll have to slow down and say it. For the longest time, I couldn't say rural, but now I can.
Sheepsquatch is tough. Say that 10 times fast.
No, I'd rather listen.
Sheepsquatch.
Yes.
Yeah,
you said
Sheepsquatch. Didn't even get
there you go. You know what you just said?
Sheepsquatch.
You're all right, Trapper.
Well, Sheepsquatch is serious business, but they still make time for a little bit of fun.
I got a challenge for you, Trapper.
What's that?
You're the only one in here that's ever sheared a sheep.
Well, we had 120 head of ewes when I was a boy growing up.
My challenge is I want you to shear the Sheepsquatch and make me a coat.
I doubt if a 700-pound Sheepsquatch could make you a coat.
All right. Buck is fat, we remember. Man, Ames is just savage in his intro. First Jeff getting called out for pie. Buck is on blast too. Theyese guys, man, they're just going after each other.
It's an edgy show. It's pretty edgy.
Yeah. I mean, they know each other pretty well. You could tell that they're buddies. They can rib each other. They know they're not gonna smash anyone's feelings to shreds or anything.
I guess not.
You gotta give it to him. That was a good one.
That was
a pretty
funny.
good one. He was like, dude, you're gonna need a lot of Sheepsquatches for your big ass.
I can make you a vest. Best I can do. But getting back to this giant sheep monster, the Ames team meet with their first eyewitness, a tobacco farmer named Mason, who they ask this.
About how long ago was it that you seen it?
Probably about 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago. It was getting close to dark. You could just light enough you could see. It was like a dirty white tan collar, looked like sheep wool on it. And I think it probably just wandered on to that feeder. There might have been some feed on the ground, and that's when it found it.
Yeah, because they really don't know whether he's carnivorous or omnivorous. Yeah. Whether he's a meat eater or he eats everything.
Okay. You would have think that the mountain monsters would have heard those terms, carnivorous and omnivorous, at this point.
No, it's omnivorous.
Yeah.
I was wondering why the clip was going on so long to include the birds, and then
that's
eats meat.
That's some good sound design by the network there, and I got big Tim Peeler vibes from that. From that witness,
dirty
Mason.
gray turned into yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, play soundboard 6 because he's on there now.
It was like a dirty white tan collar.
Tan collar? He had a tan collar. And the description so far, I know I'm going to try to do the Star Wars reference much. It reminds me of the Wampa, that big snow creature from Empire Strikes Back. It's dirty,
you know what?
It's white, it's got horns.
It's got those horns. I'm not going to lie, Russ. In the back of my head, I was thinking of that thing when they're describing it.
I'm going to go stick an old tail on the Wampa, and there we go. I got a Sheepsquatch story. There you go.
See, what if it sounded like that? What if that Wampa had the scream of a sheep?
Yeah, yeah, that would be okay. Now we'll have to edit that, too.
I can't believe I was that close to a rat. Have you ever seen Chewbacca?
Yeah, I don't think he has. But Mason, this guy, this big Tim Peeler vibe guy, he takes the team to the site of his deer feeders where he sighted the creature. And judging by the height of the feeder, they determined that Sheepsquatch is a big sumbitch. I believe that was the official measurement they used. They also said 7.5 feet. 7.5 feet, big sumbitch, same thing.
He's about 2.5 sumbitches.
While they're measuring, they make a shocking discovery.
I sent Huckleberry and Jeff down here to measure how high the feeder was off the ground. But that was insignificant. What else they found?
Look at that.
Wow. He tore the shit out of things here. Look at that. Have you seen this before, Mason?
No. So he's been back.
I'll tell you what he's doing with this, guys. He's intimidating any creature that comes to that feeder. Deer, raccoon, rabbit, bear. That's why he did this right here. We're going to come back here tonight and do an investigation.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There were some scratches on the tree, and that's it. There was just scratches on a tree, and they have to
definitely got to be a Sheepsquatch.
Yeah, they suspect immediately that it was some Sheepsquatch horns.
It was a Sheepsquatch.
Now I'm slipping in this Sheepsquatch thing.
Sheepsquatch.
All right.
It happens to the worst of us.
And in the beginning of that, they were talking about a bird feeder. So there was this bird feeder that's hanging like 8 feet in the air.
It's a deer feeder.
That's what I was confused about.
Deer feeder, bird feeder thing. It looks like a bird feeder.
And the thing is, how come it was so high up if it was a deer feeder?
They're saying that he was just banging his horns into it. He was just smacking it with his head, trying to get the seeds out of it, I guess.
I need that corn.
Look, Sheepsquatch like corn. Corn good. So they end up returning. They return at night, and they are hot on this Sheepsquatch trail. They even locate him on their thermal cameras, and then this happens.
Listen,
what was that?
Listen.
Did you hear that?
I heard it.
I got him. He's up on that tree. He's on that broken down tree.
Damn.
He's beating his head up against
I can see him right there.
Yeah, look at him beating his head up against that one beside it. Well, he's slamming into that tree. What's he doing?
Damn.
He's banging it hard, isn't he? Jeff caught the Sheepsquatch on thermal. We seen it hitting its head off of a tree. It was up on a broken down limb, smacking its head off of a tree.
He's standing up on that down tree, and he's beating his head on another tree. I can see him just plain as day.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go up. Let's move up. Come on, let's go.
Be ready, Buck.
Yeah, man, these guys, they are so great at tracking monsters. Not catching them, not so much, but tracking them, these guys are the best.
Yeah, no kidding. It's dead of night, but I can see him clear as day.
He can see it plain as day. Put the camera on it. You're filming a television show.
Right.
They want
it's
to
like
see
if you
it plain
can
as
see it, then
day.
why aren't you...
Film it, please. We need to see it, dude.
The thermal looked like trash on this. It just could have been a PA, like we've mentioned before, just running around like, oh my God, it's there. They got to go after him.
It absolutely was a PA out there. Those poor guys. And they risk getting non-shot by these guns that are not going to get fired.
But Sheepsquatch's metal, huh? It thinks banging its head. It's on top of logs. It's totally
It's throwing up the,
headbanger.
what was that symbol called again? The hands, the devil horns?
Oh,
man.
We can't remember. We had to go back to Hell's Bells.
We'll put
Go
it
back
in
to
here.
school.
Yeah, we'll have to get back into Hell's Bells. It had a great name. But these guys, they spring into action, and they end up going to that spot where that Sheepsquatch was just banging its head. And then this ends up happening to our hero, Trapper.
This creature's territorial, and we're going in his territory.
He pissed up there. Why in the hell would he piss up there on that log? Ah! Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get down, Trapper, guys. Get to it.
Watch this.
What's wrong,
Oh, my eyes.
Oh, man.
I can't open my eyes.
Trapper just went down. He's messed up. We don't know what happened to him.
Oh, my whole face is on fire.
He'll be all right.
How did it get you?
I looked up there at that piss and just one drop or two fell on my face.
What the hell?
So,
He's like, did he say, I'm high?
So some sheep pee falls in his eye. They're going to investigate this spot where they see him, and there was some pee, and it dripped on him. It got in his eye, and it's burning him like it's acid, almost like it's like from Aliens or something. Play Soundboard 7. It sounds horrifying.
I looked up there at that piss and just one drop or two fell on my face.
Jesus.
One drop or two. He's screaming.
Man.
He's high. He sounds like maybe it was made of acid because he's tripping balls right now.
Yeah, this was a really dramatic part where, I mean, just some pee fell on him. I mean, this is Sheepsquatch pee, so I'm not going to discount it as not being super dangerous. It gives a whole different angle to Sheepsquatch.
Is this the Sheepsquatch we're talking about, or is this R. Kelly? What's going on in those woods right now? Who is up in that tree? Why is someone peeing on him? How is he able to see pee in a tree? Because pee is liquid, and liquid in a tree, like in the
was it like neon colored piss out there? Like it's all bioluminescent.
Thermal camera, you could see the pee.
Oh, they're using like the black light. Maybe it was jizz and not pee.
Well, they've established
very different.
They saw the thing. No, we think is it banging its head, jizzing on trees. That's even
Hey, you
more
don't know.
insane.
Don't kink shame. All right, this is not the place for that.
All right, I'll leave poor Sheepsquatch out of it. I have to say, I have never seen a more dramatic piss-related injury. Let's check back on poor Trapper. R.I.P.
It's hurting bad.
I know, Trapper. I know. Trapper, take it easy, Trapper.
Oh man, it's burning up. You're burning.
I tried to open an eye.
Don't open them. Just don't open them.
See if it clears up here in a minute.
We got to find out what this is.
Oh, man. See, this is either some really, really potent urine or Trapper, you got to give this guy a posthumous Emmy for this performance. He
dude.
went all out. I tend to believe this might have been some Sheepsquatch piece. Play Soundboard E, because this is now they are mountain monsters.
He sounds like he's gotten maced.
He sounds like that YouTuber Coyote Peterson whenever he gets stung by like an insect.
Oh,
like,
that guy
like
who
the dude
goes
who
out
lets
there
the
and like
wasp,
intentionally.
Yeah, who lets like the wasp
that
sting, and he's like,
fuck.
But this is just pee in
This is just piss.
Trapper's
Like,
eye.
Tone it down. Just lower it a couple notches. Dude.
No, this is real.
No.
Or like I said, give him that posthumous Emmy. But speaking of these dramatic performances, Buck does not want to be outdone by just a few drops of piss. So he chimes in with this.
Suck it up, you son of a bitch, Trapper. Suck it up.
Come on.
Here you go. I can't see a thing.
Give me your arm.
I'm dead blind.
If you can open your eyes, you need to get water inside your eyes.
I can't open. I can't keep them open.
Man, Sheepsquatch piss. This is nothing to play with. Jeepers, man.
Can't keep him open.
Why? Why are they experts in piss eye injuries all of a sudden? He's like, got to keep your eyes open when you put the water in there. Like, what?
Well, if you're flush, I mean, that's kind of common knowledge. If you get something stuck in your eye, you got to like flush it with water.
But it's just pee, though. It's not. It's got pee stuck in his eye. I got pee stuck in my eye.
This is
Peepee eyes
cryptid. This is monster cryptid. It's got a weird tail and horns. This is a huge white thing. It looks like the Wampa. And I feel like I'm going overboard with the soundboard, but I can't help it because Buck is not bowing down. He wants that Emmy too. Let's hear it.
Suck it up, you son of a bitch, Trapper. Suck it up.
Jesus Christ.
He's about to get smacked for that because you could tell that he's the youngest one in that crew. He needs to earn his shit, and he's been waiting to say that
to
him. Yeah.
And his leader is down. He's got 2 drops of Sheepsquatch pee in his eye. So it's his moment. So he's just going to say,
suck it up, you son of a bitch, Trapper. Suck it up.
Sounds like he's in Vietnam or he's like storming the beach in Normandy.
Don't you die on me. Get up, you son of a bitch.
He's trying to talk some sense into one of his army buddies.
Yeah, and that works best when you insult them.
This is 2 masters playing off each other. This sheep piss segment, this might be one of the best moments of this entire Mountain Monsters series. It's wonderful. So let's listen to some of the aftermath.
How do I look, Jeff?
Oh, you look bad. I mean to tell you.
What the hell I do without my eyes?
If one drop of piss can do this to Trapper, just how dangerous is this creature?
And what's he going to do without any feet? I mean, eyes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What am I going to do without any feet?
Yeah.
Wander around the world for the rest of our lives not knowing who the hell we are?
Yeah, I feel like Huckleberry there is on the same page as us. Like, man, 2 drops of piss to do this. What the hell are we gonna do? We might as well get
What
this
the hell
now.
else we gonna do? Wander around the world the rest of our life not knowing who the hell we are?
Oh my God.
That'll happen if you got fucking Sheepsquatch piss in your eyes. And never know who the hell you are.
If you don't clean it out right, you're gonna be wandering around the world the rest of your life not knowing where the hell you are.
Yeah, you can't see
literally go
anything,
blind.
and you smell like Sheepsquatch pee. It's gross.
You look like shit too, by the way, dude. I'm just saying, you look pretty crappy.
The shit must be equally potent if that's just the piss.
Oh, damn.
It looked like it affected him, like almost like one of those exorcism videos where his face was just like all distorted and messed up.
Yeah, when he's doing this, and you're like, what is going on right now?
Oh my God.
This is more a visual thing, but for some reason they put that heat sensitive camera, that thermal camera on his face. They're like, look, and there's nothing special. I mean, his face is completely blacked out on the thermal imaging. The pee does not show up on there, but they kind of make a big deal of it.
Yeah, no. It's not actually like the Predator, like the movie Predator, where
no,
you can
that
see
would be
his
something
blood.
else.
His
then
blood
I'd be real
it's
scared.
Yeah, it's not like that.
It's like those little dinosaurs in Jurassic Park that they spit at you. They spit.
Oh yeah.
He goes around just
exactly
like pissing all over
you. He's
you.
just hanging
like
from his
whipping it
tail
out.
up there, and as soon as he sees you, he just
letting it go.
Yeah.
Who knows what the hell he's drinking to get that going? Mountain Dew.
Oh, I don't even want to know what sheep's. I mean, think about it. He's up in Appalachia, and there's all these moonshiners up there.
Oh,
and
there you
stills.
go. There's that
He's drinking
too.
still stuff. That's why it's getting so potent.
You know, that's what Mountain Dew used to be. Apparently, like that's what one of the names of moonshine was. It was Mountain Dew because the way it gets distilled. So who knows? This is really potent piss.
And Buck loves anime, so it kind of fits.
What?
So, but they managed to escape with Trapper, and that ends this first night of investigation. Would you guys consider that first night a success for them?
Oh, totally, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
He got some piss in his eye. That's some tangible evidence that's going to hurt for a while.
Technically, they captured DNA evidence if you phrase it properly.
In his mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay. His own little DNA lab he's got going. But so then they cut to the trap building thing. We know we've done a couple of Mountain Monsters episodes. They always have this trap building side story with the guys Willie and Wild Bill, and it's just garbage. Every trap is the same. They're not talking about piss.
They're so cool, though. They look so cool, so fun.
They're so cool, but it's so repetitive. We could have probably played the same trap building from any other episode. No one would know the difference. We're just skipping all that. There's not enough pee or anything.
Yeah, I mean,
so the next day,
to sum it up, they both speak Boomhauer. You can't understand anything they say.
No,
even if
terrible.
you turn the subtitles on, it's not going to help because even
it's
the subtitle
still, like,
people
spelled wrong.
didn't
There's
know.
like symbols in there. You don't even know what's
exactly.
Yeah, so they go do their thing. But the next day, the Ames team now has to come to terms with this new piss-based threat from Sheepsquatch.
You know, a skunk will spray as a self-defense mechanism. I think this thing's spraying.
I'm telling you right now, if he sprays the team, we're done.
Yeah, Trapper, there's one thing nobody can say about you. You ain't nothing but a tough old son of a bitch.
Yeah, he is. I just remembered this is our little Trapper tribute. So I'm glad he survived those drops of pee. He is a tough mother. Whatever.
Yeah, he was. Keeper. He was a tough son of a bitch. That Trapper, man.
All he had to do was yell at it, and it went away.
If the team gets sprayed, it's over.
They're done.
It's over, man.
I would kind of like to see that episode where they're just 6 giant elderly men in the woods get peed on by a Sheepsquatch. That would kind of be
burns
great.
hole in their clothing. They're like sizzling. You just see all the smoke. It's like acid.
It's like the vision Tony Stark had, where all the Avengers are dead, except it's just all the mountain monsters' leg.
Oh yeah, that's
destroyed.
Redneck Avengers.
If this became Avengers. If this was like the modern day Gimlin film that actually proved cryptozoology and that cryptids exist, was just a sheep man peeing on all these giant redneck dudes, that would be great. That would be perfect.
God, that sounds like a really weird porno, honestly.
Or imagine
I don't like where this is going.
If that's how you become a Sheepsquatch, is you have to get peed on by another Sheepsquatch. So maybe Trapper is
Rob, I feel like you just want to keep talking about pee all night, buddy.
Yeah, it's like it gets in his eyes. I think you probably have to drink the pee in order to become
hard to get over that. It's hard to get over.
All right, enough.
It really is hard to get past that point. Hey, man, you brought us to this hell.
No, Trapper, rest in peace. It's his fault. So they meet next with another witness named Rocky, who has a picture of the Sheepsquatch from his trail cam. And this picture, man, it doesn't really look like anything at all. What did you guys think of this picture that they saw of Sheepsquatch? Does this seem like a
I
filler
did not
segment?
realize there was
bad.
anything there. Most paranormal shows in general, when they say like check out this still that we got from the video or this picture, and they're like, see right here, and they circle it. Clearly, there's a face. I'm like, I can't see shit.
This wasn't even that. This was a trail cam image, and it was like its left shoulder was at the very end of the frame, and
it looked like a branch.
And they're like. And they get very into it. They're like, nope, this is Sheepsquatch.
It could have been anything. Could have been a cameraman.
It could have been a monkey.
Deer.
It could have been a
monkey.
Rocky. Yeah, it could have been Bigfoot. They didn't even brought him up in any of this. That Bigfoot's actually exists.
Yeah, it's like Bigfoot takes a back seat all of a sudden.
I love how in the okay, look, this thing is called Sheepsquatch, and then poor Buck gets like, was it Buck? I can't remember. Gets all like slapped in the face about it. He's like, is this part of the Squatch family? No, you idiot.
Dummy.
Of course not.
Do your research,
idiot.
Buck. Jesus Christ.
Other than that terrible picture they show him, this witness Rocky, he does have something interesting to show them, though. And the reveal is very dramatic.
You're not going to believe what's in here.
You're going to be biting at the bit.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm excited
All right,
here.
Get in here. You ready for this?
Oh, my goodness.
What in the world?
Holy it's a scat.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh. Rocky found a big pile of Sheepsquatch.
What's going on? The first part is all piss. Now it's all crap.
Yeah, this episode should just be called like piss and shit.
Yeah, scat squatch or something. It's just a big. It's just a big bucket of Sheepsquatch dump, and he just dumps it out. It's gross.
Sheep dump.
It's shitty. It's shitty evidence.
Kind of reminds me of shitty evidence. Reminded me again. This is like so many parallels to Jurassic Park, but when Dr. Ian Malcolm is
this
like,
is very much like that. Very good call, because Trapper is our doctor here, and he is not going to be deterred by his previous encounter with Sheepsquatch waste. This guy Trapper, he gets right into it, and he makes an important discovery in the poo.
Look, it's got the corn in from the corn feeders.
That really stinks.
It's
Oh, Trap.
Oh, what's wrong with
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Get into that.
Oh, look in here. Look in here. Look
That
in here.
ain't normal.
Here, hold that, someone. Hold that. Look at that.
That's undigested meat. That's just plain raw meat.
Here, hold that for a second.
No.
Oh, wow. It's deer meat.
Oh, that's tendons and stuff.
Uh-huh. That's
Yeah.
the tendons out of a deer. That's why he's running this deer trail. Hell, he's hunting your deer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so not only is it eating the corn from the feeder, it is eating the deer as well. So to answer the question from earlier, it's not just omnivorous, it's carnivorous.
Well, doesn't that makes it omnivorous because it eats both? Sorry.
Oh, I guess so. I was thinking they didn't even mention herbivorous.
Right, yeah. So it eats corn because corn good, meat eat corn. And it eats deer. So that makes it, omnivorous for sure.
Just when you think this episode couldn't get any grosser, Trapper starts digging corn
into poo.
out of shit.
It's
this and shit.
It is gross. And the whole poop thing is a total game changer as far as Trapper is concerned. Let's hear some more.
I've never seen anybody get so excited over a pile of poop.
The history of the Sheepsquatch is right there, Buck. You just got to study it.
Damn, Trapper, you're a ologist.
You're damn right I am. Oh, yeah. That gave me more information than all of our research gave me.
How do you feel about that, Jeff? That poop is better than your research.
I've been trying to tell you, Trapper knows you. Now you got the answer.
All right. See, now they're starting to push it because that seems even more scripted than usual, that line there. Like, Jeff was ready for that.
They had that waiting in a back pocket. Yeah. Just couldn't wait.
And yet again, Jeff sucks is kind of a running theme of this episode. I don't know why they dissed their own researcher, but Trapper does have a point. His discoveries in this bucket of... How does he know this is Sheepsquatch poo? This is a guy brings him a bucket of poo and just dumps it out. I was like, yeah, check this stuff out. It could have been his. He probably eats deer. He probably eats corn.
Oh, raw meat, though? Does he eat raw? Does he eat deer tendons? That's gross.
He probably eats jerky and stuff. They don't know the difference.
Deer? I don't... Oh, my God.
Oh, wait, no, he saw the tendons.
Shit.
He saw the tendons, okay? He's like, yeah,
this is totally deer tendon.
Deer tendons, yeah.
I probably am not giving them enough credit because they obviously, that's their lives. They live out there. They hunt deer. That guy that they were talking to, he hunts deer to put it on the table, he had said. That's what he actually subsists on. So, yeah, he's going to know his shit, literally.
Yeah, and Trapper is a professional shitologist.
No,
so
I was about to say, let's not ignore the fact they called him a scatologist or a shitologist.
Shitologist, I'm pretty sure. Scatologist, I'm pretty sure you could say on TV.
Yeah,
I don't think you could say
Rob, let's get our degrees in cryptozoology and crypto-shitology.
Shitology, yeah.
All right, now I'm on board. Let's do it. But this nastiness of Trapper just messing in the poo. He's doing this poo. He's doing it with his bare hands. None of this is lost on good old Buck, though. Check it out.
Trapper was so excited when he was fooling around with this poop. He started rubbing his beard and adjusting his hat. I even seen him wipe his nose a few times. Ugh. He's got poop all over him.
And it was gross to watch too because he even shakes the guy's hand afterwards. He's like, "Thanks so much for showing me this." The guy's like, "Oh God,
thanks so much for showing me your poo collection."
He's got poop all over him.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't care if that makes me, a third grader, but that was funny. He's got
this whole episode is like that. Is like, how are they going to make sheep? Let's just talk about pee and poo for an hour on network television. This would be great.
Guess what? I'm sold.
If you keep it in their wheelhouse, these guys can be funny. If you keep it shit and piss and that kind of stuff,
honestly,
they're actually pretty funny.
I would love to hang out with them. They sound like a whole lot of fun to just hang out and drink with.
Yeah, they're great. And that was the second one. But they do meet with one more witness who showed them a video. Wasn't that great? You remember the video that the third witness showed us? What did you think of that video, Drea?
No, I don't remember. Which video? Oh, yeah. Oh, super incredible.
Yeah, it was really bad. They also, this other witness, they show him a bunch of logs, and these logs are all messed up, and they just know that only a Sheepsquatch could do something like that. But really, I mean,
it's the only way. It's the only thing.
Rob, what did you have to say about those logs that were messed up by Sheepsquatch? What could have done that, you think?
It looks suspiciously like someone took the back of a hammer to this log. It looked exactly like the back of a hammer did this damage, but who am I? I'm not a shitologist. I'm not a Sheepsquatch specialist, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
You're not a wood expert either, so
but
we
all
like, know what it looks like. Yeah,
it looked like hammer prints. It looked like the backside of a hammer.
I don't know. I looked at it, I was like, that's clearly Sheepsquatch's horns or the wampa. This had to be that.
Yeah, look at the density of the horn hitting the bark at just such an angle as it does. We know this.
They all didn't do that with a couple hammers right before they filmed it.
Of course not.
I'm not trying to say that they did that. I'm just saying it looked like it. Okay.
These pile of logs and this great video evidence as this third guy had, just undisputable. But now, taking in all this evidence, you got the pee, you got the poo, you got the video, you got the log. They say this about the hunt that is ahead of them.
We have a creature here that's huge. He's unpredictable. He has an attitude, and he has the weapons to create a lot of damage on us.
We're dealing with a very powerful creature. When it was hitting these logs, and these are seasoned oak logs, it's just splintering them. I can't imagine the force. This is going to be a hell of a hunt.
I like what he said. It's got an attitude. Like,
How did they know that? Just because it pissed on him?
I have no idea. And I gotta say, I'm shocked Huckleberry didn't say like it reminds him of his ex or some lame joke like that, because they were just piling on the lame jokes. And it's like,
he doesn't have an ex. He is dutifully and faithfully married because he is a man of his of word and honor.
I was going to say, it sounded like they were describing Huckleberry himself a little bit. He's huge. He's dangerous.
I
was like, that's kind of Huckleberry.
And you'll notice we usually latch on to anything Huckleberry says. This entire episode, he looked really hungover. Like, I don't think he liked filming this. He's really quiet the whole time. When he does say something, he's really snarky. He's kind of out of character for him.
Yeah, he sounds like he's got an attitude. He's got a fucking attitude a little bit. Like he's
they all
hungover.
do, and that's what makes it so great.
Okay, so they were talking about him. That was so clever editing to make it sound like
I think so.
But. So just like every Mountain Monsters, they set up a trap, and this one, man, this trap they did is particularly basic, even for this show. It's just like an octagon fence with a trap door. And look, I'm not saying I could build this, but I don't know, maybe I could. It's not. It wasn't very complicated.
It looked complicated to me, but then again, I have trouble assembling furniture that comes with very clear instructions and proper hardware.
Just like a really strong chicken coop they built. They built like
it was a circular fence with some wire and literally a log at the entrance. And if you knocked it over,
I gotta wonder how deep those post footings go into the ground, because he could probably just pull it up from the.
Not at all. They even mentioned that they're like, we didn't put him in. Yeah, they're like, no, we didn't put him deep, but there's razor wire. He'll just get stuck and then we'll kill him.
He'll just get frustrated and sit down and
he'll get all tangled up. Pretty much is what they said.
That was their plan. It's like,
I said, the razor wire is not going to cut through his tough fur or stinky fur, but it's going to get him stuck.
He's fluffy. He's a sheep squatch. He's got to be like fluffy. It'll
wool.
Catch on something.
Some shitty stinky
Sheepsquatch.
Yeah, the Sheepsquatch. So now with everything in place, the final hunt begins. But first, a few words from Trapper.
This is the most bizarre creature we've ever chased. He's a mixture of a whole damn bunch of animals.
You had the West Virginia platypus.
Okay, the platypus. Good one, Jeff. Getting that great joke in there.
That was a joke? I thought he just couldn't pronounce it.
It makes no sense if the West Virginia platypus. I don't get it.
I wonder if you look that up on Urban Dictionary.
I thought it was just like a colloquial.
West Virginia platypus.
All right, the platypus. It's like a smorgasbord of animals all mixed together.
No, it sounds like some sort of a dirty sexual position. Like I don't know I don't know what it would be, but a West Virginia platypus.
This episode is just getting filthier and filthier.
It is. We've already established Jeff is bi, because I don't know what a platypus is to him.
That's not as filthy as a platypus. That's not filthy.
It's not filthy at all. But
we're talking now about just like your weird sex positions, and after the piss and shit, I'm done.
I'm just saying, I'm down to try the West Virginia platypus.
Why are they throwing this all into a cryptid monster investigation? It's such like a hat on a hat. Like, okay, let's talk about some pee. Let's talk about poo. Let's do that.
What's next?
These guys are
Snot
losing
and
me.
vomit?
Yeah. So they got to finish this up. They've got their trap built, and they end up splitting up into two teams, and the plan is to flush it towards the trap. Just like every plan they ever had. Just flush it to the trap. And then it's just these 6 hillbillies, and then they're just freaking out for the rest of the show. And I'm going to say it. The end of this whole Sheepsquatch adventure was a real letdown. You know, most of this hunt just sounded like this. And since I cut out all the trap building nonsense, we didn't get any of that Wild Bill guy. So here's some Wild Bill hoorah from the hunt.
He was just right here. He was just here. Look at that.
Man, he tore ass. He tore up Jack, didn't he? That Sheepsquatch just attacked this tree. He just tore a bark up, dug a big old hole in the ground where he was lunging against that thing, and just tore out north right towards that track.
God damn it. What the hell are you saying?
Yeah, thank you, Mountain Boomhauer. But the entire, last quarter of this episode was the hunt, and it's just them all saying stuff like this. It's completely wild. It has no kind of story structure or anything. You never see the Sheepsquatch at all. It's just them freaking out constantly.
They're just running and blurry film, shaky footage, like Blair Witch style. And, you know, it's kind of like if they get scared, you can't see shit, so you get scared. And they achieve that pretty well with each other. They probably just scare each other, really.
They do, but I'm here for Sheepsquatch, man. I don't know much about him. I know a lot. I know way more about the mountain monsters than I do Sheepsquatch.
Well, you know, we got to go out there. When we go out there for Mothman, we have to go into the woods and look for Sheepsquatch, too.
Well, Russ, you nailed it when you said everything's very formulaic on this show. And you can get multiple episodes confused because it all seems to have the same pattern, and by the end of the episode, they just embrace the chaos, and it's just them running around in the dark, screaming with guns.
And then they always end up saying, like, okay, well, we may not have got him in the trap, but we're going home.
Yeah, they
just give up.
They always give up in the end. They don't ever.
Well,
they
sure showed that guy.
Hold on, we're not at the end yet. They could have killed this thing for all you guys.
Oh, you're
know.
right. You're right. All right, we'll see what happens.
No, but I'm glad you brought up guns because when we were talking, Rob, you brought up a good point. That shows like this, these guys are constantly racking shotguns. Whenever these hunts start, it's very dramatic. They never fire a shot ever. And why don't you tell me what you were telling me about what TV performers have to do if they have guns?
So the way that it works is when there's a production happening and they're using a gun, the gun has to be cleared by the safety department. So what they do is, as part of that film, in that reel, in the beginning, they'll take a few minutes and they'll hold up the guns and they'll say, this is a fake prop gun. And they open it up, they show that it's not loaded, they show that they pull the trigger and show that it doesn't shoot. So I'm pretty sure that on this show, they probably have to do that a lot, like 15 times.
So you're saying there's probably like hours of footage of these guys going, "This Huckleberry, this gun ain't real. I'm gonna show you here." And it's like, this is a little like behind the scenes, I guess, of how like TV production works. Especially these guys have to do that because I
do that for every episode, huh?
Yeah,
they would have.
Yeah,
to.
And because accidents have happened. There's been tragedies have happened on sets. Like Bruce Lee's son was shot.
Like The Crow.
Filming The Crow, exactly. And
that
kind of thing has happened several times. That
happened with this one British magician who at the time was masquerading as a Chinese person, back when it was seen as like exotic and everything, and he had this act where he would catch a bullet because it was a tricked gun.
Right.
Yeah, and then at one point they suspect that the wife had kind of swapped it out with the real gun
in there, right?
Yeah, so I can see that whole fear of like, you get used to, you get complacent, and you can't. You got to do it for every episode.
Yeah, and the shows that I've worked on, they've done that. Anytime there's a gun, they always do that. They always take a few moments in the beginning to make sure to just show that it's not real because they don't want to take the chance of someone getting hurt.
Right. It's just a bit of an aside.
Actually makes me feel better about it too, knowing that their camera guys are safe.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're not shooting their own crew or anything. It's not just these guys running around fully loaded. I mean, we of course we want to believe in a Sheepsquatch, but this episode, man, I believe way more in Dakota Cheeks and his story than what they've got going on here.
Yeah.
So, and remember, this is 5 elderly men and Buck, who really doesn't move too well, and they're out in the woods.
So, always falls down. Every time Buck falls down, you take a drink.
So if you're watching the show and you have a drink, you have to drink every time Buck falls. That's the game that we play whenever we watch the show.
Just make it a double
Anytime
shot.
Buck falls down, you got to drink.
So you've got these 5 elderly guys. You've got Buck, and they decide that they are never, ever going to catch this Sheepsquatch on foot. So they go full action movie to keep in pursuit.
The Sheepsquatch is way too fast for us to keep up with him on foot. We need to jump into side by sides and push him towards the trap. Let's go! Come on, Trapper! Go! Let's go, Willis! Go, Willis!
Okay, why are they calling it? This is getting even weirder. I thought side by side meant something else. So you've got pee and poo and bisexuality and side by sides going on. Like this whole team.
And the West Virginia platypus position.
The platypus position. Yeah, you have to be a side by side and bisexual to pull off that position. I'm assuming a side-by-side means whatever four-wheeler they jump in. Just side-by-side just means something completely different to me.
You know what? They're just too advanced for me. I think I would completely be lost here, and I'd be really intimidated. I'd just be following on foot.
Yeah, I don't know, though. They did look like they were having so much fun driving those side-by-sides in this make-believe chase with the Sheepsquatch. And I did laugh here. When the chase it started really amping up, they decided to slip this in towards the end.
Run his ass!
Oh, look! Steep! Down! Right on! Trapper! He's right here! He's right here!
What the? Oh! Damn! What the was that?
See more of me and the rest of the Mountain Monster crew in action? Go to destinationamerica.com/Mountain Monsters.
Okay. I didn't edit that in any way. Huckleberry will plug anything at any time. He's
in the
even
middle of
plugged
chaos.
Yeah, he's plugged our own show. You heard it in the beginning there.
Oh, yeah.
Huckleberry, yeah. He's not. He'll throw a commercial in any time. Sheepsquatch chasing you. He'll start plugging his own show, which you're watching.
I forgot. He just does that out of nowhere in the middle of the scene, right? That's crazy.
It was in the middle
Unprompted.
of nowhere. I thought that the episode was ending when they did that because that usually comes at the end.
No, it's not over yet. They're still chasing the thing, but Huckleberry had to get his own plug for his own show in there during all this, huh? So after that not so subtle plug, the side-by-side Sheepsquatch chase continues, and then the beast decides it doesn't want to be chased, and it rams the side-by-side, the one that's carrying Trapper and Huckleberry and Buck, the ones we really care about, and they crash. And it just kind of ends like that. Their trap was useless. They never even got close to it. Sheepsquatch is just free to pee and poo as he pleases. And that's it. There's really only one more noteworthy thing from this chase, though, because Buck is involved in something that, at this point, I think he might be contractually obligated to do. And that's what Rob was mentioning earlier, is fall. Let's hear him fall on his ass again.
Well, this windshield ain't the only thing I got busted.
What happened? You ain't.
I come running over that hill and I busted the cross plumb out of my britches. Oh, look at this. It's a good thing I have on my long underwear. You ought to be seeing more than what you bargained for.
Don't make me laugh. It hurts, Buck.
Hey, my Christ.
All right, so he busted his britches, and that's the ending. What a lame ending. He's becoming like SpongeBob ripped pants. We're like, all right, we get it. You ripped your pants again, we know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a great ending because I really needed a laugh after being so terrified from the chaos in the woods.
No, a great ending is a Sheepsquatch stuck in this trap.
Oh, that's the best ending, but this is the best that we could hope for.
They put their fake guns on him, and they catch it, and Dakota Cheeks they find that Lily has been, vindicated. I don't know. They do the whole thing. Nothing. These guys can't do shit.
I'm curious, what would they do if they did catch him in the trap? What would they do with him?
Oh, you don't want to know. You don't want to know what they would do to him.
Oh, they were going to perform the West Virginia platypus on him.
Yeah, the platypus and the side-by-side all coming together at once.
All of it.
Oh, Jeff
man.
Hog heaven.
Seeking revenge for the piss in the eye. He's like, I'll get you back.
Yeah. But unfortunately, maybe fortunately, it's over now. And that really is kind of the end of it all. The most dramatic thing that happened is, once again, Buck ripped his pants. So let's hear the final word now in this very half-assed tribute we've done. I'm sorry, John Trapper Tice, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, bro.
Buck, can you drive me off this mental?
Yes, sir.
The Sheepsquatch has to be hurt. I think we better take it easy, Huckleberry. I bet that son of a bitch is dinged up worse than I am. I bet he's up there someplace pulling Trapper out of his ass.
You all right there, buddy?
Yes.
All right. Take care of him, Buck.
I got him.
The Sheepsquatch may not be in our trap, but I know for sure he's in Boone County.
Did he say he was pulling Trapper out of his ass? He's Trapper.
That's what I heard. I'm so confused. Usually that would mean that he got a good ass kicking so bad that like someone's boots up your ass. But he didn't.
I think he was trying to use like you should have seen the other guy sort of thing,
I guess, but they didn't even encounter him. They didn't even do anything.
Did. What happened was when the rip pants, like I said, the Sheepsquatch turned around, it rammed their side-by-side, it knocked our heroes out. That's when Buck ripped his pants. But I don't know why he thinks that the Sheepsquatch has Trapper in his ass. You've got Sheepsquatch all over your face, dude. It's the other way around.
I think you were getting Sheepsquatch out of your eyes, and he's not pulling you out of his ass. You were pulling his ass stuff literally in your hands. Like, that's the other way around.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys got to say, we kind of were hoping that he would just pee on all of them.
I was hoping I was hoping that the whole team would get sprayed.
They're like, wait, he's up. Yeah, yes. If he was up in the tree and he just peed all over all these guys, and they all did that, and they flailed around the ground. It was a great ending. It's not too late. They can go back.
It's like a horror movie with like a great middle. But then the ending just isn't that good.
Oh, yeah, the end.
The middle is awesome.
Man.
The middle of this is
I've been watching
middle.
some terrible fucking movies. Like, I wouldn't even call them B movies. These are like C or D movies. They're just so bad. And they're on, I want to say, Prime.
Cut that.
Well, no, I'm saying that they're shit.
Yeah,
garbage.
I've been watching from that same streaming service some 90s Outer Limits. They have some great episodes of that. But that's it for
See, now you're plugging them.
I didn't say it, and we cut it out. But that's it for Sheepsquatch, because this kind of went long. I want to say, though, before we get out of here, join us on we do a Twitch live stream on Friday. Go follow us on Twitch, because I have a few other Sheepsquatch-related things that are really remarkable, and I'm going to play them this Friday night, probably about 10 or 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Check it out. But until then, Sheepsquatch, do you have any final thoughts, Drea Mora?
He's out there. Don't get sprayed, and do not engage him sexually.
Very good. What about you, Rob?
Show some respect to the Sheepsquatch. He may be backup squad, but he'll piss on you if you come across him. So
that's kind of the scariest thing of anything.
Be respectful.
I'll say that too. We don't hear a lot of stories of other cryptids, either dropping deuces around or peeing on people and burning them. So this alone, imagine this skill if we did some kind of tournament of aliens or tournament of monsters. I think 5 Sheepsquatch is a terrifying team to go up against anything. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, technically when you pee on something, that's like marking your territory. So I think Trapper belongs to Sheepsquatch now.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, rest in peace. Enough. This is our tribute. I don't know why we talk about it getting peed on. But what should be, what should the poll be this week? Maybe it should be, what's the scariest thing about Sheepsquatch?
What's the most potent thing, or what's the most dangerous thing about him? His piss, his shit, or his
horns,
sexual prowess?
His muscles, or his side-by-side. So go to unbelieverspodcast.com. Go answer this week's poll. What's the scariest thing about Sheepsquatch? I can't say any S words anymore.
Sheepsquatch.
Oh. And that's it. Let's get out of here. Terrifying. That should have been what Sheepsquatch sounded like. So yeah,
I'd be scared as long as those drum beats were in the back of it.
For sure, another weird monster.
Was that a rapping goat right there? That was actually
that was
Hot Fire.
Was just in the zone. It's just vibing.
It's a sheep song. Just a sheep song. I wish Paranormal Song Warrior would have had something else prescient for this, but he didn't anyway. So
we should hit him up. We
got to hit him up. We got to talk to him soon.
We should totally commission him to do a song about Sheepsquatch.
We should.
That would be great. Or maybe about the mountain monsters themselves. But I don't know. As far as the AIM team go, I think this was. It's going to sound stupid. This is the first time that I've really hit a breaking point with them, where I was like, the formula. They probably have a way, 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 way better episodes than this, and ones that we've watched. But this one, they did not even have their heart in it, except for Trapper.
So sure.
I don't know. Trapper. That's why this is a great tribute to him, because Trapper pulled that whole play. When he's getting peed on, the screaming, he sounded like a mountain monster.
Hey man, that shit, it must have burned. We felt a visceral reaction through the medium of television.
We can never
God
ask
bless
him
them.
about it. It's killing me. We never can. We'll ask Buck one day. We'll ask him about Mothman.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, well, let's get out of here because we got some other stuff to do. Let's go to the Unbelievers voice mailbag.
The Unbelievers mailbag.
Ooh, right in the mailbag.
Hey, man, check your mailbox.
Hey, you got some new mail over here.
Sup, bitches? It's mail time. Woo! Woo!
Yes, we've come to the Unbelievers voice mailbag. Man, really going off. Getting a lot of great voicemails lately. And before we go on with this week's, I want to put out a little challenge. I'm going to actually put a little contest out there, a voicemail challenge. I've got some stuff that I've had for a while, some great old Unbelievable Podcast unique items, some Unbelievers Podcast unique items. I even have the very last Unbelievable Podcast koozie, unused. I've got one left.
What?
That will go out. So I'm going to put a challenge out there for voicemail callers. I want to hear some voicemail soundboards. Now, whatever your favorite soundboard is or whatever one you think you can imitate, call in, do it. If you want to do the cactus, if you want to do the weatherman, the best one after, I'm going to end this at the end of July. So the best soundboard imitation we get in that time, I'm going to send you something cool. So start start sending in some
that's
voicemail soundboards. I want to hear yours. And if yours is really good and you end up winning, we'll actually use you on the soundboard itself. So you'll get added to the soundboard and you'll get some cool stuff. So call the number, what is it? 469-420-0114. Give it a call. But Rob, let's hear this week's Unbelievers voicemail.
All right, here we go.
Hey, Drea, Rob, and all you unbelievers. Brendan Shea, host of Serial Spirits. I'm calling about a serious subject today, actually, and I think it gets lost in the fray of everything that's going on in the world right now. But we just came out of this really, really strange time where we were all quarantined and locked down, and, there was a lot of people who were alone. So I just want to put a message out there that if you're feeling depressed or, feeling that life is not worth living, don't think that way. There's help out there, and we've been pushing it on our show a lot, but I just want to say that, you can call the suicide prevention number, and someone's there to pick up 24/7, 365, and you can call 1-800-273-8255. Talk to somebody, man. It sucks being alone. It sucks you having to deal with all this depression and everything like that. And these times make it 10 times worse. But if you feel that you want to harm yourself, there's help out there. You can also go to suicidepreventionlifeline.org. And there's all these different tips to help you out to, get in touch with specific people. But I care about everybody. Me and Annie do. We love all the unbelievers, and we just want to keep that message out there that you're not alone. And if you need to talk to somebody, there's help out there. Love you guys. Take care.
All right. A nice, great message from our friend Brendan Shea at Serial Spirit. And yeah, look
Spiritual
at me.
Cereal.
I'm trying to get people to call our voicemail and be stupid. And here we go. We got a nice, positive message.
That was really great. I mean, for sure. I mean, I know everyone's going through things differently. Some people, have work still. Some people don't, and they're all cooped up. And when I stopped working, I didn't expect to get hit as hard as I did, depression-wise. But my God, especially this weird sleep schedule that I'm on, where I don't see the sun much, it hit me really hard. And so, yeah, that stuff, I mean, it's real. I will say I didn't necessarily get to a phase of, self-harm, but the depression was real. And on top of that, if you ever need to reach out to any of us, or I'm not going to put you guys on the line, but you can always message me on Instagram, Messenger, whatever. We're all going through this together.
You can message us too, and I don't know. Go join the Discord too. There's a lot of fun unbelievers talking in there.
Good community chats.
There's a lot of ways. We're very easily accessible. If you just want to reach out and talk to us too, go ahead. But we are in no way professional. So thank you, Brent. Let's hear the next voicemail.
So, what's going on, guys? This is the Wombat Preservationist with movie review. The beginning of summer, we always watch Goonies. We put on a projector on the side of our garage. It's pretty sweet.
Hell yeah.
Goonies is a wonderful movie. There's, a bunch of kids. They go on a fun romp with a bunch of pirate shit. And they get some treasure to save their houses. But all in all,
the Goondocks.
I love this movie. I've seen it a bunch of times. I give it 5 stars. I don't know exactly what Well, right now I'm going to give it 0 raws because there's nothing sexual, except for a really weird scene near the end where Sloth mashes Chunk's head against his junk, but maybe Michael Jackson's ghost would enjoy that. But other than that, I give it 5 stars. Have a good night. Bye.
All right. Yeah, spoilers for
it.
Goonies. Yeah, thanks. We need these. We need some more of these great movie reviews. Talk about a great summer movie. Goonies is right up there. Rocky Road, hee. We love it. It's staying in.
Oh my God.
Hey, you guys, watch the Goonies.
Thank you, Wombat Preservationist, for keeping up. All right, let's hear the next voicemail.
Hey guys, it's Corrupted Mask once again. I finally got around to playing that prank on my coworker. I went in wearing my lizard eye contact lenses under a pair of shades. And I approached him asking what he thought about the coronavirus and the riots, saying that I had heard he said it was about population control. He denied it, and he asked what my view was. And I said, I think it's about human extinction. And then I took my shades down to reveal my contact. I didn't really have any visible reaction, but I guess we'll see what he thought once he starts talking to everybody else. So, yeah, go me. I finally got it done. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right, I think I cut off a little. That's Corrupted Mask with the long game prank that he's been running on his coworker, and I love this drama. It's never going to wrap up; it keeps going. So that's a great one.
Great, fantastic field work. Thank you. You're doing the Lord's work out there.
Man, I wish I could do these kind of things with my coworkers.
Oh, that's great.
This is fun stuff. All right, I think we have one more voicemail to play. Rob, let's hear it.
Hello, it's I, Jonathan Martin. And I have a friend who'd like to speak with you.
Don't be ignorant, Russ. It's me, Michael Jackson. Kathleen Roberts is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I'm the one. But Drea would be more fun. Or Rob. That Rob, he's my son. God bless you indeed.
Oh my God.
All right. So that's what we're talking about. Thank you so much. That is the reason the voicemail is set up for. Man, you heard that? Michael Jackson came through. We got a hee-hee. We got everything. That was perfect.
My God.
Rob is his son.
This
is huge news. Rob, are you going to meet your new dad?
This makes so much sense now. Everything makes so much sense.
He doesn't have to die. He just channels him and has like weekly tea sessions with him. You can have him anytime.
We're still on that ladies only fans. Maybe we can get a special session for Rob.
Oh, yeah, Rob. You should contact her and be like, I just want to meet my dad.
Yeah, I'll just message him, and it's that easy now.
Yeah, Father's Day's coming up, so get ready.
That's right. That's right. I gotta call Blanket in Paris and remind them.
Yeah, true. Those are your siblings now.
Yeah, my siblings.
All right.
Yeah.
And fuss at him about those tattoos. We don't need to.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
We're not changing our bodies.
Clean up, man.
Not in the Jackson family.
No.
And that's it. Thank you so much. And remember, send us some fun little quick soundboard clips, and you might win a prize. Yeah, send us some. I'm putting out a soundboard challenge. I want to hear you guys.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Be better than the soundboard. And that's it for the Unbelievers mailbag.
The Unbelievers mailbag.
Ooh, right in the mailbag.
Hey, man, check your mailbox.
Hey, you got some new mail over here.
What's up, bitches? It's mail time. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Oh, man, that segment keeps getting better and better. I'm having so much fun. So now it's time, of course, for everyone's first favorite number-related segment, poll results. This week's poll, who would you want to channel? And the choices were Michael Jackson, Dr. Peebles, Corton, Robin Williams, or others. I'm going to ask you, Drea Mora, what do you think the Unbelievers said?
I mean, probably Robin Williams.
All right, what about you, Rob?
Hopefully Michael Jackson.
All right, congratulations,
your dad.
Rob, son of Michael Jackson, with only 5.56% of the vote. Congratulations, Rob. Michael Jackson won that, but of course there are others. Who would you want to channel? Zozo. Oh man, this is nuts. Theodore, don't. Signed the Machinist. Oh no, not Zozo, but he got a good one in there.
Theodore, don't.
It almost sounds backwards now. Great one, Machinist. Who would you want to channel? In my day, all the good channels were scrambled, and we had to wait for green boobs. Signed Window Licker. Oh, man, I remember those days. Good one, Window Licker.
Green boobs.
Who would you want to channel? Ben, the Wings Dude. Signed Madman. Yes. Remember Ben, the Wings guy from Open Lines? Oh,
yeah,
man.
We might be able to make that happen. I might have connections. I got connections.
Yeah.
Who would you want to channel? What do you mean? I'm channeling the Arcturians right now. Weeble wobble boop boop yee yee. Signed the Wombat Preservationist. I think I know an Arcturian when I hear it. Probably sounds like this.
Oh, we've all got that way too memorized by now.
Man, I dropped the ball on having Daniel Scranton mention that last channel episode. He'll be back. Who would you want to channel? Where do I find these peepholes? Signed, Dr. Peepholes. Okay, I don't know, but I'm just gonna say
God bless you, Dr. Peephole.
all right, I hear peepholes now too. All right, you're in the lead. Who would you want to channel? I would think channelers would get annoyed at the person they channel. Like, how do you hang up on them? Signed Huckleberry Hustler. Ooh, Huckleberry Hustler, new on the scene. Yeah, how do you get rid of them? Good one. Let's hear some Huckleberry. We're fresh on that.
I'm a wet Huckleberry. Hell yeah!
Nice.
Can I say I know how to get rid of them? There's a phrase that you use to get rid of them.
Sure.
Discontinue.
Fantastic.
That might work. And man,
That's
Huckleberry
great advice.
Huckleberry Hustler. He had no idea we were heading back into that well tonight. And yeah, good one, Huckleberry Hustler. Yeah. Who would you want to channel? Crescent. Somehow I gotta get back to that bowl. Signed Harley Warren. Oh, Harley Warren with the bowl. He's still on the bowl. He's sticking with the bowl. So give him his bowl.
We went to this room. There was this bowl on this table, and I was supposed to ejaculate into the bowl.
Well done.
And he's gonna channel Crescent just for that? I have no idea. Oh man. Who would you want to channel? I'd love to do a podcast with Summer Bacon. It would be like too unbelievable for me. Diane, it's fine. We're coming over. Signed Unbeliever Carol. Great one, Unbeliever Carol. Got a lot of good ones in there because it would be...
This is really kind of like too unbelievable for me.
Yeah, because then she would say...
Okay, Diane, that's fine. We're coming over.
Great one, Carol. Carol and Raymond, man. 1 and 2, back to back. Who would you want to channel? The original Paul McCartney, not the charlatan that replaced him. Signed Jack Sass. Sheepsquatch. Oh, Jack Sasquatch. No, there's no sheep involved. Jack Sasquatch. You gotta be Jack Sheepsquatch from now on. Yes, go channel that original Paul McCartney. He is problem Paul McCartney. Who would you want to channel? I don't know, man. It feels like 57 channels and nothing's on. Discontinue. Indeed.
Yes, I love that one.
Signed Blue Box UFO. That's an awesome one. Give it to him.
Discontinue.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of sign-offs for that because you also got to say...
Indeed.
God bless you, indeed.
I like that one a lot. Yeah, God bless you, indeed. Blue Box UFO, you're in the lead. Who would you want to channel? The Singing Cactus. Lots of world insight there. Yes, very true. But you didn't sign off. But I don't care if you didn't sign off because we're hearing it. It doesn't matter. I can hear the insight in his voice. I love it. Who would you want to channel? I wish Corton was my dad and friendly weatherman who ejaculated into a bowl that turned a dirty gray little bit of yellow. Signed Bonaire Yogair. Oh, very good, Bonaire. And there's so much in there. Oh my God. Do we have Corton?
Alamosa, Colorado 1. Is that understood, Dan?
Understood, yes.
Ooh. Yeah, Corton was his dad, and...
Oh, that'd be the worst.
Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm the weatherman.
Oh, God. Those tall whites. I love that. But I don't want to think about him doing this.
We went to this room. There was this bowl on this table, and I was supposed to ejaculate into the bowl.
All right, he's not doing that. We already got that one covered. Play his last one because the bowls somehow turned.
Dirty gray turned into yellow.
Ew.
All right, Bonaire.
Okay, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
that's pretty gross.
Ugh.
Who would you want to channel? At a party, there was this bowl on this table. They said...
God damn it.
They said, grab a mug of milk from this bowl. I said no. Signed, Huckleberry's big toe. Man, a lot of Huckleberry references.
Wow.
And no
How
one
did
knew
they
we would.
know?
I have no idea how they knew, and he doesn't want that, but give him some great Huckleberry. Give him a new Huckleberry.
Fumble's me.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Huckleberry's big toe. That was actually a good one, because he psychs us out. I love it. Who would you want to channel? I am currently channeling Robin Williams. He's not going to make any jokes, though. Signed Voodoo. Oh, yeah, we don't have any Ivan Teller. There's no Ivan Teller on the soundboard. It's weird.
Yeah, it's all just a text from his Facebook page that you have not been participating in lately.
That group is so.
You've got a lot going on.
Thank you, Voodoo. Who would you want to channel? Who cares? As long as the belly is getting rubbed. Signed Pants Filler. Oh, do you remember that? That's Bashar. That's a great Bashar reference. I want to see someone call in and try to do that. Let's hear it.
Who cares as long as the belly's getting rubbed?
There you go. Good deep cut Pants Filler. Good deep cut from...
Be throwing up and filling my pants.
Yeah, getting a good channeling reference in there, and Bashar, great one, Pants Filler. Who would you want to channel? I'd like to channel Violet Monroe, and by channel, I mean bang. Signed Corrupted Mass. Thank you, Corrupted Mass, for the great call and the great channel. I don't know who Violet Monroe is. We'll have to look into it. Who would you like to channel? The final one for tonight. Just saying, if we're channeling Ivan Teller, it means we're not avoiding more YouTube streams. Signed, Subtly Dark Man. Thank you, Subtly Dark Man. Those last ones are always a real thinker. Good one, Subtly Dark Man.
Subtle and dark.
Always a real thinker.
Dark in a subtle way.
There are so many good ones tonight. We had the Machinist with Zozo. Oh man, this is nuts. Theodore, don't. We had the Window Licker with In My Day, all good channels were scrambled and we had to wait for green boobs. I love that. We had the Madman with Ben, the Wings Dude. We had Wombat Preservationist. What do you mean? I'm channeling the Arcturians right now. Weeble wobble, beeba, beeba, yee yee. We had Dr. Peepholes with Where Do I Find These Peepholes? We had the Huckleberry Hustler with I would think channelers would get annoyed at the person they channel. Like, how do you hang up on them? We had Harley Warren, of course, with Crescent. Somehow I got to get back to that bowl. We had Unbeliever Carol with I'd love to do a podcast with Summer Bacon. It would be like too unbelievable for me. Diane, it's fine. We're coming over. We had Jack Sheepsquatch with the original Paul McClartley, not the charlatan who replaced him. We have a Blue Box UFO with, I don't know, man, feels like 57 channels and nothing's on. Discontinue, indeed. We had Bonaire Yogair with I wish Corton was my dad and friendly weatherman who ejaculated in a bowl. It turned into a dirty grab and a yellow. We had Huckleberry's big toe with at a party. There was this bowl and this table. They said, grab a jug of milk from this bowl. I said, no. They had Voodoo with I'm currently channeling Robin Williams. He's not going to make any jokes, though. We had the Pants Filler with who cares as long as the belly's getting rubbed. Oh, God, I love that one. We had Corrupted Mask with I'd love to channel Violet Monroe, and by channel I mean bang. And we had Subtly Dark Man with just saying if we're channeling Ivan Teller, it means we're not avoiding more YouTube streams. So many great ones tonight. I'm going to leave this one up to, I don't know, Drea Mora. I'm going to let you pick again.
I love how topical it was. It was a really tough choice for me for sure. Where do I find these peepholes? Signed Dr. Peepholes, because now I cannot unhear Dr. Peepholes.
All right, well, congratulations with Where Do I Find These Peepholes? From congratulations, Dr. Peepholes. You just won this week's poll results. All right, we've come to the end of the program. Before we go, Drea Moore, do you have anything you would like to say or plug?
Just, I'm on Twitter at Unbeliever Drea, and I am on Instagram at Best Drea Mora, and I guess that's about it right now.
Yeah, and you got a new podcast.
Oh, right, that's about to be
Spirits and Spirits coming soon. We're gonna plug it hard when it's ready. What about you, Rob Okey?
Just check out our Twitch, twitch.tv/The Unbelievers Podcast. Check out our Instagram at Unbelievers Podcast. Check out my Instagram at Rob Okey. And, that's pretty much it.
And Okey Audio.
Yeah, check out Okey Audio,
Yeah,
at
check
Okey
out
Audio
Audio.
if you need any help podcasting. And yeah, I have another podcast that's going to be coming out soon called Baby Yoda's Escape Pod, which is a Mandalorian podcast.
boy.
Really good name.
That Russ and I have been working on. We recorded the first episode a little while ago, but it's going to be coming out soon. So get ready for that too.
Soon. Yeah, we got all
New
these
shit,
little side
guys.
projects coming. Good stuff. And I'm just gonna, I'll just say, check out our Twitch streams on Friday night and go check out Patreon. We put a lot of good stuff up there. We got some new Patreon content coming soon. The Unbelievers podcast hosts today were Drea, Mora, and me, Rus Ryan. Our producer and soundboard engineer is Rob Okey. You can join our Patreon by going to patreon.com/unbelieverspodcast. You can follow the show on Twitter at UnbelieversPod and Instagram at UnbelieversPodcast. Our Facebook group is the Unbelievable Podcast Network. Check out our merch store at cafepress.com/unbelieverspodcast. And thank you so much to our patrons: Vic Voss, Robert Groom, Little BB, Dr. Hortega, Tyler Ventura, Adam Dvorak, Corrupted Mass, Michael Phillips, Weary XL, Carol Valley, Manny, MQ Ultra, CJP, Braden Hit, Raymond Roel, Todd X, Christopher Panici, The Moon, The Judgy Moon, Mike Henry, Bryce Cronenberger, Yumberberger, Jumperberg Jr., Dawn Bright, Shanna Ferrigno, Tom O'Connell, Mark Braun, Donna Bance, Jenna Stevens, Cat Chaos, and Jason Kelly, and Mike, Brian Ashton, Michael Armenta, Jackass, Robert Slabbins, The Wombat Preservationist. Our official composer and theme song creator is Unbeliever A.A. Ron, a.k.a. Aaron Schilb. Go check out his new podcast, Nashville Tour Stop. Our official graphic designer and card maker who designed our logo is Raymond Drowell. Check out his work at P. Raven Creative on Twitter and Project Raven Creative on Instagram. Our official resident Sagittarius is Kozanton. Our official madman is Unbeliever Adam. Our official Mothman enthusiast is Michael Shield. Our official Unbelievers MUFON Inside Man is Christe Moraes. Our official Unbeliever Peacefully Eating a Hamburger is Michelle Dorham. Our official Unbelievers Time Traveler is Taylor Nelson. Our official Ghost Hunter is Amelia Childs and Ghost Hunting in New England. Our official Senior European Correspondent is K Mill of the I Don't Know podcast. Our official Guardian of That Bench is that Kraken Stacker. Our official Alien Bopper is Nunchuck Bob. And this week's Unbeliever Focus is Johnny Haiku on Twitter, who is really close friend with Dakota Cheeks. And when I told him that we were doing a whole episode about this creepy Sheepsquatch, all he could say was... Okay, good night. P.
I'm not no sheep guy, but I could pick up a sheep.